Oh my God. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder admits that Anthony Joshua has stamina issues. Also, he wants to fight the guy that just beat Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk. That's what I want to talk about right now in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you come in, smash the like button. I'm the best in the business. Now, ES News has an interview with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. As you guys know, Wilder is returning October 15th. He has a much anticipated comeback fight, hopping back in the ring off of the Tyson Fury fight, the trilogy fight and loss. And some people speculated, they didn't know if Wilder would come back. He has made that decision. It's already been scheduled. Great card. You got Caleb Plant versus Anthony Durrell as a co-main, and that's a great fight. Now let's get into what Deontay Wilder said in this interview about fighting Usyk. He says, quote, "Yeah, me too. I'll fight them all." So he's down to fight Usyk, who just beat Joshua. "The future is bright. The king is back. Ain't no excitement going through unless I'm here. I'm back by popular demand. I was sitting at home chilling, enjoying my family." Now, before I continue telling you guys what Deontay Wilder said, some of the other things he says, let me chime in right there. Wilder is absolutely right. The heavyweight division just feels so much more dry without Deontay Wilder. Wilder's such a big personality, has such a big presence and a big punch. He brought a different level of excitement. And even back when Joshua and Wilder was the conversation that everybody was having, you've seen a lot of US versus UK fans in the comment section, but you guys have seen over time, the UK, they almost seem obsessed with Deontay Wilder. You look at UK reporters, look at UK channels, like they're asking all the reporters in the UK are asking every Wilder question under the book, and you know what you think of his fight, and asking Eddie Hearn what you think of Wilder's comeback, and Eddie Hearn's name dropping Wilder for Derek Chisora and name dropping Wilder for this fight and that fight, and what he thinks and what his opinion on Wilder versus Robert Helenius. So it's more proof, or further proof, if you didn't believe me, that Wilder is big business and everybody clearly misses him, because it's like boring without him. Like even Joshua lost. I don't feel like it had a good promotion behind it. You know, the fight itself was good, but there was no big buzz surrounding a rematch fight, right? Imagine Wilder versus Fury. Those were the rematches and there was a big anticipation for it. But when it was Usyk, you didn't really hear like a lot of buzz, although the fight was solid, you know, with Joshua and Usyk. Speaking of Usyk, Wilder believes that Tyson Fury is too big for Usyk. He says, quote, "I think Tyson Fury would be too big for him. He likes to use his size all the time, no matter what, and a lot of other things. For the most part, I think Usyk is too small. That would be my opinion, and I think Usyk also has stamina problems as well. You've seen him with Joshua. If Joshua had had enough stamina, it probably would have been a different result." So he's admitting that Joshua himself doesn't have good stamina. And Wilder, just like myself, were some of the people in boxing proclaiming before the fight happened, of course, that Joshua would lose yet again a second fight in a row to Usyk. And when he was talking about why he picked Usyk to beat Joshua, Wilder says, quote, "Sometimes you look at both fighters and the eye test will tell it all, right? The body language is a telling story. You could just look at Usyk and tell how confident he was and how the tables have turned. With Anthony Joshua, you can tell that he wasn't himself. We all know that Joshua has stamina problems and different things like that. We always felt he was too big for certain things he does, the oxygen in his muscles and things like that. Like I've always said, they've given him everything. When you give a man everything, then when it's time to bite down, how far can you go?" Brilliantly stated by Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Now, I will say this in all fairness, I actually believe that Wilder bulking up in order to fight Tyson Fury also hurt him. Like for the same things he's saying to Joshua, I think apply to Wilder, and even more so Wilder, because Joshua has been, at least maintaining 250 plus pound, 260 pound. He's always been like pretty big and, like the extra bulk and stuff. But for Wilder, he was the Tyson Fury 2 and 3, if I'm not mistaken. Those were his career high weights. So I think Wilder's frame, he's just so athletic and gifted. He doesn't have to bulk up and mass up. So I think that's why he looked tired in the third fight earlier on than we've seen. Like Wilder's a guy who has power, good to the end of the fight. It's like coffee, good to the last drop, good to 11th, 12th round. But then he was throwing so hard, and the extra muscle mass and probably emotion from being angry, and Tyson Fury giving him the runaround and trying to duck the rematch and things like that. I think that played a part, but I definitely think Wilder being massier and career high weights didn't do him any benefit. So back to what Wilder's saying, I really agree with everything. I think Tyson Fury arguably is too big for Usyk. It's because it gets to there really should be two weight classes. It should be heavyweight and then a super heavyweight, because you got Tyson Fury, 6'9", long arms, and the ref will let him lay on you and put his body weight, and he doesn't mind that. It's kind of like you have Sebastian Fundora, who's this gigantic guy, and not that so much that Sebastian Fundora will lay on you, but the thing is, you got someone that big in 154 pound weight category, and he likes to fight on the inside. And you have Tyson Fury, who doesn't mind fighting on the inside, and he also will use his weight, similar to Klitschko, to put all that extra weight on you to make you feel it in the trenches. He did it a lot with Wilder, and he did it a lot with Otto Wallin. You know what I mean? Where like literally Otto Wallin, he was leaning on Otto Wallin. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So I don't know how Usyk has good movement and stuff like that. I don't know how it would be with Fury purposefully fighting on the inside and trying to use that advantage on Usyk. I'm not really sure, but he did admit that Joshua has stamina issues, and I've told you guys the same thing as well. Even dates back, you look at the fight with Klitschko. The reason why I think Klitschko could have won the fight, but after Klitschko got dropped, and then I think the next round or whatever, Joshua got dropped by Klitschko. But the reason Klitschko having his style, he gave a lot of respect to Joshua, and Joshua was recharging the batteries and kind of got a second win and landed a massive uppercut late in the fight. But if you watch that fight again with Klitschko, Joshua wasn't really doing much after he got dropped. It took several rounds for him to try to get back in the fight. He was completely gassed. And even fights like Carlos Takam and stuff, he was seeming winded. The Ruiz fight, getting dropped and getting back up. It just, all that working out he does and stuff, he still seems like he has stamina issues. But that's Wilder's thoughts. That's Ego's thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Drop your thoughts. Can't wait to see Wilder back. I agree with a lot of what he said. And, I still want to see, for one, the Joshua Wilder fight, but it's not going to be pretty if you have stamina issues with Wilder. I'm just going to leave it at that. If you get tired in there with Wilder, then, God bless you. But I always thought Wilder would beat Anthony Joshua. And after what I've seen recently, nothing has changed. If anything, I'm believing it even more, because Tyson Fury is his own fighter. He's 6'9", Joshua's 6'6", so he's not quite as tall. His arms aren't quite as long, and Joshua gets tired and, is probably chinnier, to be honest. So it's just a lot of different reasons, but I still want to see the fight, because who knows, two explosive punchers. Let's have it. Former champions. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how I did in this video. SLC, subscribe, like, and comment, and I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.